my name's Jana. Today we're going to look at a real Roman artefact. This Mortarium is around 2,000 years old. It was found in London, right in the middle of London, in Londinium. That was the Roman name for London. What do you think it was used for? This object is made of clay and it has small pieces of stone pressed into the clay when it was still soft before it was baked hard. It was used for grinding up herbs and spices to make sauces. So this was found in Roman kitchens when they were getting food ready to eat. One of the things I love about this object is that these holes that we can see in the object tell us a lot about what happened to it. So imagine you're grinding herbs and spices with a pestle, you're pushing against the clay. That would wear away against the clay every time you did it, wear away a little bit more. And you can imagine that as you get more and more worn down in the clay, it might make a hole. But what I love is that it's actually been mended. So the person who owned this felt that it was valuable enough to them to want to fix it. So there's a lump of lead here, it's a sort of metal, and when the metal was hot it was soft enough to press it into the hole and to fill that hole so it could carry on being used. But then we have two other holes. We don't know when they happened. Maybe the Mortarium carried on being used, and then when these holes started to happen, the person who owned it thought, I think I'll get a new one, and maybe they threw it away. It's also possible that when this Mortarium was discovered underground, the person who found it, maybe they banged it by accident, and maybe they made that hole. I'm not sure. I love this writing. It's a stamp actually on the side of the Mortarium. It says Albinus, and this is the name of the person who made the Mortarium. He made lots and lots of mortaria, and they're even found as far away as Scotland. We think that he was working in Brockley Hill, which is only 15 kilometres away from the library at Willesden Green, where Brent Museum is. What do you think this bit was for? I think it's a spout. If you're making a sauce, you've worked really hard mixing everything together and it's ready, and you want to pour it into a bowl, it's really helpful to have a little bit that's lower here, and you can pour it out of the spout into your bowl. So we can imagine people using this object because we've looked at it carefully, and that's being an archaeology detective. One of the things that this object would have been used for is to make a sauce that was made out of rotten fish. Now when I think about that, I think it must have smelled awful, but it was really, really popular. So in Roman times, a lot of meals used this smelly fish sauce, and that's one of the things that would have been mixed in a mortarium like this. It was as popular as tomato ketchup is now.